What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I'll be breaking down a fight I was thinking about not breaking down, but I was like, man, fuck it. Is Alexander Hernandez versus Renato Moicano, man. This is a fucking barn burner, man. I love this fight. It's one of my favorite fights, besides, like, the main fights like Derek versus Taito Avasa, Jared Cannonier versus fucking Brunson, and obviously Israel versus fucking Robert Whitaker. This is a great stylistic matchup, man. These guys match up so fucking well with each other. They both possess certain tools that can be the kryptonite to the other person, and I just really want to break that down, man. Both guys are unranked, but on Tapology, they have Hernandez as the number 21 lightweight in the world, and they have Moicano as the number 25. So both guys are really high-level dudes. They've been ranked Hernandez was ranked in the lightweight division. I don't think Renato has ever been ranked in the lightweight division, but he was a top 5 guy in featherweight. He was legit, and he was beating dudes, man. He was beating dudes, and people forget. But in terms of the stats, I mean, Hernandez comes with a record of 13-4. Fights at San Antonio, Texas, age 29, a height of 5'9", and reaches 72. Moicano, 15-4-1, is fighting out of Brazil. No, he's not fighting out of Florida. I don't know why they lie like this on Tapology. I know he fights out of Florida, doing his training camp out of Florida. Age 32, height of 5'11", and reach 72. So same reach. It's gonna be a really crazy fight. In terms of the story, there's no real story. It's really they're both coming off wins, but they're 1-1 in their last 2. So they kind of want to get some momentum instead of just going on this weird, like, 1-1. They're both on that weird 1-1 streak. Now, Moicano was streaking. Now, he won on a 2-fight losing streak a while back. But, yeah, they're both on a, like, win one, lose one. So I think they want to create momentum and, make a real, like, kind of dive in that lightweight division and kind of separate themselves from the pack. Now, Hernandez. I really want to talk about Hernandez because there was a time I actually hated this dude. I really did. I fucking despised him with a passion. But I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate this kid no more. I think I've gotten over it, and I think he's kind of changed a little bit. I was watching, actually, what's this Schmo? I think it was like the Schmo podcast with Hernandez a long time ago. I think it was after the Chris Gudenmacher knockout. He seems like he's really chilled out. I think Factory X Muay Thai has actually, like, done really good wonders with him. I think Anthony Smith trains out of there. I know that dumbass Brandon Royval trains out of there, and I think Jonathan Martinez. I think Anthony does still train out of there. And also Devontae Smith, a few other guys. But those guys, as much as I might not like some of them, they're super chill. I'll always give him that. And I think he's really chilled out. He's not as arrogant as he used to be, man. He was really, like, it was interesting. Like, so, like, actually, let's look back, to Hernandez and, like, how he got his come up. Because the first time I ever saw him was when he fought Beneil Dariush. Killed Dariush. He murdered him. Murked him. It was nuts. Like, it was crazy. Like, I never expected him to do that. I'll never forget UFC 222, Cyborg versus Yana Kunsky. Also Frankie Edgar versus Brian Ortega. Painful pay-per-view. You remember watching that. And this was on the prelims. And I like Beneil. I am a big Beneil Dariush fan, so watching him get knocked out was pretty bad too. But this kid, he came with so much fucking... I give him credit. He was very confident in himself. He's very, like, macho and shit like that. And he won the fight, so I give him his credit. I don't want to take nothing away from him. He went out there. He fucking front kicked Beneil Dariush's, like, little, gesture to show respect. When they high five each other, when they fist bump, he just was like, fuck you, I don't want to do that. And then proceeded to fucking knock him out. And that's the thing about this kid. He's very, like, bouncy with his footwork, so he's very in and out, and the way he darts in at you and throws the cross or throws the overhand, he fucking hurts people. But if you get out of the way, really, he's nothing besides that. He has really good, he's getting better at his striking, but besides that, at the time, he really had a 2, and that's about it, an overhand and a double leg. That's really what it was. He's a former wrestler that got into MMA and found out he actually has really good striking, in that he transitioned well to the striking and had real power, right? But and we all thought this was the next kid, right? So then I felt like, personally, he had a bad performance against Olivier Moisier. And I feel like I'm saying his name right, wrong. It's like OAM, right? OAM. You guys know who I'm talking about. The Canadian dude that used to be in the UFC. He has a win over Evan Dunham. Famous dude, right? We all know Olivier. He fought him, and I know some people were actually impressed with the performance, but I was actually not impressed because he went back to his wrestling, and I mean, I thought the kid was a striker, but then I did my research. I found, oh, he's a wrestler. So I found that at the time, and I wasn't really impressed with it. I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't think he's as good as I thought he was. So but Olivier was coming off that win over Evan Dunham. He was coming off that win over Bernil. They matched him up together. It was good matchmaking. He outworked Olivier. He wanted it more than Olivier. And I give him his credit. He got the W, but then he fought Donald Cerrone. I wasn't impressed by the Oliveira fight. I was shocked by the Bernil fight. So I was like, maybe this kid got power. Donald's going back to lightweight. I was like, maybe the cut might kill him. But I stuck with my boy Donald. I like Donald. Cerrone's a good dude. And man, this fight's very, very hard to dismiss. Because it wasn't like Donald knocked him out in the first round. No, this was a decapitation. This was, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a movie. There's an outline. There's a beginning, right? There's an intro, right? There's, the body paragraphs, and then there's a conclusion, right? So, Donald told the story here, man, with his striking in this fight, man. He obviously used the knees in this fight. Donald doesn't have great boxing, but obviously he uses his hands to set up his knees or his body kicks or his head kicks, right? The whole fight, he's trying to set up that head kick. He's going to the body so he can go to the head eventually, right? This kid was darting every time to throw the cross, and that's all he fucking had was that cross. And now, obviously, he threw some jabs, but they were pitter-patter stuff. And he had a good double leg, right? But I think he probably didn't know how good of a fucking grappler Cerrone was. But Cerrone, every time he get close, would throw that knee, would throw that body knee, would throw that body knee. And then when they were in more kickboxing distance, he would throw it to the legs, he would throw it to the bodies, he'd throw it to the head, he would throw 1-2s at him, and then this kid went for the takedown. Cerrone defended, then Cerrone reshoot his takedown and was able to take him down. So the first round was horrible for him, right? And then in the second round, again, he's setting it up, he's throwing the head kick, goes to the body, throws the knees to the body. This kid's body's beat up. And then Cerrone finally lands that head kick. Kid does the chicken dance and fucking finishes him. People forget there was a press conference a while back. Not a while back, actually. I think the week of, actually. I might be wrong. The week of where they had Hernandez and Cerrone. And he said some things. It was a good promo. I give him, the kid can talk shit. I give him that. The kid knows how to talk shit. But a lot of people know how to talk shit. But not a lot of people know how to win fights. And today, on that day, he didn't win that fight. And he looked like a real dummy that day. So that's why I really didn't like him. And also, he had the fight with Trinaldo. I thought Trinaldo won that. And he got robbed. Then he fought my boy Drew Dober. Picked Dober here. He fucking over-delivered. I picked Dober by third round TKO. Dober got the second round TKO. I was so fucking happy for him. Knocked him the F out, man. That was so impressive to me. Dober murked him, bro. He murked him, man. And I was like, wow, that's a really good performance. And I was really happy with that by Drew. I was so happy. Then he fights Chris Gudismacher. Obviously kills him. Then loses Thiago Moises in a decision, but it was close. And then fucking destroys a short notice Mike Breedham. Then he fights Renato Moicano. Now, Moicano doesn't have a lot of fucking experience at lightweight. His best win is against Jai Herbert, which isn't the greatest thing, but he's accomplished a lot of things, right? He's very accomplished. Has that win over Zubair Tukhugov, beat Jeremy Stevens. He fought Brian Ortega, lost, but he fought him, and he was winning that fight until he lost, in my humble opinion. Fought Calvin Kattar, completely outstrike Calvin fucking Kattar, and you saw what my boy Calvin did to Giga. And I told you motherfuckers Calvin was going to do that. Fucking beat Cub Swanson, and Cub just fucking sadly beat my boy Elkins. Lost to Jose Aldo, lost to Korean Zombie, got knocked out bad. Beat Demir Hazovic, I think that's how you say it, choked in the F out. Lost to Rafael Fiziev, got fucking knocked out bad in that one. And obviously that his last fight against Jai Herbert. Now, Jai isn't the highest level of competition, but Jai can strike. And what he showed in that fight is that a willingness to grapple. And he went out there and just put on a wrestling clinic and then put on a fucking jiu-jitsu clinic and choked him the F out in the second round. Just completely debilitated Jai's will, made him basically quit to the grappling pressure. And yeah, I mean, he looked really good in there. And I was actually really impressed with Herbert. In his not Herbert, fucking my bad. I was actually impressed with Renato Moicano coming off a bad knockout loss to Fiziev. Now we gotta talk about keys to victory. I mean, this is really, really hard for Moicano and Hernandez because Moicano's kind of built like Cerrone. If you look at his frame, and he kind of fights like Cerrone a little bit in the stand-up. Now he takes shots that he doesn't need to take. I would say Renato is a little more skillful defensively than Cerrone. I just think that was, Cerrone's style. A lot of guys were like that back then. The game is just changing and people are getting better. But I think Moicano, I don't think he has bad defense. He just has these moments where I would call him lulls, where he's not paying attention and he gets caught. I really do think he's getting caught more than he's not having good defense. Now, obviously, against Fiziev, hands wasn't up. Against I think what's his name, Korean Zombie, I forgot. The Korean Zombie one was a little different. I felt like Zombie just landed a really good shot, man. He landed a really phenomenal shot, and it was fast as fuck, and he just got him, and it was over after that. Because Aldo, that's a legend, and Aldo he wanted it more than him, right? Hernandez has that crazy knockout power, and you slip up, he can do what Fiziev did to him. He can do what Korean Zombie did to him. That's what's crazy about this fight. And that's what I love about it, because they both have the, kind of the ingredients of some of their other opponents that beat them, right? So it's kind of like a lot of overcoming for both guys. But Moicano, he has to use the knees to the bodies, the body kicks, the leg kicks that he used against Cater. I would like to see him shoot for some takedowns. Hernandez is really hard to take down, though. That's the thing. He's a really good wrestler. But I'd like to see him clinch, get him against the fence and see if he can get a standing rear naked choke and kind of enforce that game plan. Now, to Hernandez, what I liked what he did against Mike Breeden was attacking the legs and attacking the body and just attacking everything. He was very in and out. With Factor X Muay Thai, one thing I noticed is that they diversified his striking, right? He has a jab, he has a 1-2, he has a 3, he has he's an outside kick, he has an inside kick, right? He has a lot of things. He throws head kicks. He's a lot different now. He's more a seasoned striker, I would say. I wouldn't call him seasoned striker. He just has more tools in the shed, I would say, in the striking department. And obviously the overhand. We all know Renato gets caught. I would say Renato's a slow starter. That's what I would say. He's a slow starter, and he kind of gets caught sometimes. He kind of needs like a downloading period. I would tell Hernandez, you're a fast starter. Go fucking after him and don't let him get out of that first round, and throw the most overhands you can and set it up with leg kicks, right? Throw the inside leg kick, the lead leg kick, then throw the overhand. There's a lot of things he can do in there, and he can mix it up really well and catch Renato. But again, I'm a big Renato Moicano fan. Nothing against this kid Hernandez. I actually don't hate him no more. I'm very kind of whatever on him. I think he's kind of chilled out. I don't think he's not a menace like he used to be. But my advice, actually, it's not my advice. My pick is Renato Moicano by 3rd round submission. I think the first 2 rounds are going to be fucking crazy. I think it's going to be very close. But I just think Renato is just a little better than him in certain areas in the striking. And I think Hernandez is not going to take him down, because I think he knows that's in Moicano's world. Hernandez needs to knock Moicano out. That's the only way he can really win. I just feel like Moicano, he can win by sub and he can win by decision. Just being the smarter and more technical fighter and just not getting caught. That's it. He just has to do that. He has to keep his defense really high and tight, and I think he wins the fight. I just think in the third round, I think he's going to get him against the cage, and I think he's going to get his back. Standing rear naked choke. I think that the knees, if he uses those knees to the body, he's a really good jab too. In body kicks, I think he can really, really break Hernandez, and I think he could get a standing submission. So I'm taking Renato Moicano by standing rear naked choke. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy eBay. I'm out of here. Go follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram. All the links will be down below in the description box. If you're new, subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.